I just can't believe that we're finally back. It felt like a lifetime. It felt like we were gone forever, really.
It really did feel like we were gone forever.
When was our last? Our last one was the day before your wedding, or the couple, whatever.
It was the Tuesday. It was the Tuesday before my wedding, which was on Thursday.
Behave, behave.
She's riding every ride, and you're not riding any of them.
No, you said it way better just a moment ago. You're like, behave, dude. Children are intense, dude. It's so weird to think that we were all kids at one point, and it's like you try to feel for these little dudes and dudettes, but it's like, man, I don't know if I can take this anymore.
Yeah, dude. I like, kids are the best, dude, and kids are our future and whatnot. And I was a kid, and you were a kid, but I just spent a week surrounded by kids that were nobody I knows. I say let's get into it.
One. Oh, it's gonna be back.
No, I don't mean you. No, I was at one of the world's biggest theme parks.
Oh. Forgot about that. What F is this?
Oh shit! Keep talking for a
second. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Doug.
I'm Joel, and this is episode 121. That's right, 121. So,
yeah. Go ahead, Joel. 121. The mystic number of 121. You know, every time you see 121, you know something's a brewing.
Oh, room 121. The number 121.
Did you say broom 121?
Yeah, broom. Oh, broom 121. Why did you call me? You texted me the other day and said "Sweet dreams, broom" or something like that.
What?
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, you did. You called me broom like 2 days ago. I just ignored it because I was like, I don't know what that means. You said,
"Good night, broom."
Hold on. I'll find it.
What's up, broom?
Oh man, it might have been more days ago than I thought.
So
here it is. You said, yeah, it's not even really like I could have just said this. You said, "Fuck yeah, miss you, broom."
I'm sure we'll say bro.
Yeah.
Like I'll just listening to you look through your phone and you're going.
You don't talk to yourself?
Hell yeah, I talk to myself, dude. I was talking to myself last night. And I have made myself stop talking to myself. Dude, I've been having these weird sleep spats that sleep again. I sleep for 3 hours, 2 hours, and be up for 8.
I'm in that exact same boat right now. What's up with that?
Are you drinking?
Dude, I knew you were going to say something. Chocolate milk.
You actually are drinking chocolate milk this time?
Yeah.
Always accuse you of drinking milk. And you're like, it's coffee.
I fucking hate milk, but dude, I was at the bakery this morning and I was like, bro, a chocolate milk sounds so good right now. And then at the bakery?
Yeah.
I got a ham and cheese croissant. I got 2 small no cheese, pig in the blankets.
What? No cheese?
Yeah, I don't like them with cheese that early. And I already had cheese in my ham and cheese croissant. And then I got a homemade blueberry muffin that was the size of my fucking head, and I don't know where I put it.
You ate all of it?
No, I don't know where I put it. Dead ass serious. Got in the house and was like, "Where's the bag with the muffin?" I only went 20 feet.
That's just too much cheese, especially with my selection of chocolate milk.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I got chocolate milk.
So this is our first podcast in the month of October.
I don't believe so. Doug, I believe we had a podcast on October 4th.
The veil between the living and the dead is at its finest in the sense of fine fabric, as in silky and thin.
Like ghosts?
Wait, hold on. Is silk thin?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
October is not the shortest month of the year.
No, it's that 31 days. That'd be February.
February.
Pretty short. Notoriously short.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Infamously short.
Yeah, my birthday's in February.
Bro,
So
so
cool.
many of my friends' birthdays are in February. I don't understand. Like
Because mommy and daddy are getting it on in May.
May. I see. I was gonna do the count back on my fingers. Why?
Dude, I don't know. I'm the youngest of 5. My sister and I have the same exact birthday, but a year apart. Tell me that.
I love your whole family, bro. I don't want to think about like what's going on in there, but
Mom
like
and dad,
there's a date there that there she was just like
about Bert and Chuck.
historically ready to go.
Yeah. It's like, hey, woman, anniversary time.
May 3rd, motherfucker. Let's go.
It's like my dad just sitting there all year. Happy anniversary.
Zip. Oh, it's that would have been the perfect point for a zip sound effect. Hey, we're both rocking the soundtrack Rucking Fountain tees today. We just need somebody in the back with the Judgment Day one.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's the same release,
dude. The amount of compliments, dude. I tried real hard to dress perfect drip every single day. I wanted to be that guy. I got compliments this many days, except for the day when I wore this, and it was like nonstop.
Like, yeah, nobody, every now and then I get stopped on wearing my Rucking Fountain stuff or whatever. And I got a lot of friends into it, but like, yeah, the MBK, this one is definitely
there's something about the colorways. Yeah. There's something about the colorways on these two. And the fact that it has all the shit listed on the back. Dude,
you're on my shit list.
Like people that didn't say anything. I saw so many people just checking it out. You know what I mean? Like this is a fucking good one. So anyway, shout out to you, buddy.
You remember when the shit list was like a threat? You're on my shit list.
Yeah, I do. That was the same era as people saying like, yeah, okay, good one, smart guy.
Yeah. What's up, Captain Obvious?
Yeah, those are the kind of people that shoot up places. The people who say that shit when they're mad, because that's not even a really insult. That's like you freaking out, like, oh, all right, smart guy.
I saw that one meme. It says, "This is how supervillains are created," and it's that kid at the spelling bee.
Which one?
It's like this, like really nerdy smart kid, and they're like, the word is gobblegoolin. He's like, I know this one.
Oh yeah. That kid. That's like, so sad.
And he spells it. It's like, boom. He's like, what? It's like, oh shit.
Dude, speaking of that, before we get into all the like shit we could talk about, a Chucky TV show started last week. Okay, I had like
sitcom, right?
No, not at all. I had like bottom of the barrel expectations for this thing. It is so fucking good. It's like my Game of Thrones now. I cannot fucking wait every week. It's so fucking awesome. Anyway, it's hilarious. What?
Is Tilly in it? The poker player?
So she's, I think she's in the IMDb for it, but she's not been introduced yet. But it's Don Mancini who created the first 3 in Bride and Seed and Colt and Curse. He did all the movies up until the reboot. And
then John Mancini's also like, he's a... Don Mancini, he's like a famed mask maker, right?
No, you're thinking Tom Savini.
Tom Savini.
Yeah. Tom Segura. The famous mask maker. Famous mask maker, Tom Segura.
Wait, hold on. Who is this again?
Don Mancini. He's the creator of Chucky. Anyway, so he's back. He made this, and it's Chucky's voiced by Brad Dourif again, and it's in the actual timeline of Chucky, right? So like, it's about this kid who's like super weird, and he's into making doll sculptures, and he's gay, and he's like in middle school, right? No, I'm dead serious. And he's in middle school.
He's gay.
Well, but that's like an actual like plot point for this kid. So he's gay and he makes doll sculptures, but he's like a cool ass kid. Like he's kind of weird, and he's like sort of like into shit like we would be into, like boys and like weird podcasts and shit. He listens to true crime podcasts and shit, but he's in like, like 8th or 9th grade or some shit, right?
Sure.
And so he collects these dolls to build this big sculpture made out of dolls. He ends up finding this Chucky. He doesn't know anything about it, but he ends up finding out, like he looks it up and it's like the old movie. He finds that newspaper clipping with Andy and shit. So I'm pretty sure Andy's going to be in it. And Andy. And so anyway, he fucking goes to school and everybody makes fun of him. And then his dad dies. And so he has to move in with his shitheel cousin, and his cousin hates him, but there's this other gay kid and he's friends with him. And the doll is like So anyway, Chucky's fucking hysterical in the show and says some of the funniest shit I've ever heard. And last night, it's what you said earlier that made me think of this when you said shit list. So last night, he's hanging out with this like 4-year-old girl, like hanging out with her like a friend, and they're playing video games like Mortal Kombat or some shit, right? And he's telling her like, killing people is great. It's important. Everybody should do it. And she's like, okay, mom says killing's bad. And he's like, she just keeps saying all this shit that her mom says he's doing wrong, like swearing is bad and stuff. And he's like, mommy's making her way up my list really fucking quick. It's just the way he tells her that had me laughing so fucking hard last night. Anyway, that's all. Watch that show. It's on Sci-Fi and USA. We literally got cable just to watch it when we got back from the hotel.
How the fuck? You got cable. You got trips to Universal. You just
we got like Sling TV. It was $10 for a month, so we got it.
Jesus fuck. You know what's been pissing me off lately? I've been like, I just refer to Lyfts as cabs and Ubers as
Might
cabs.
as well be.
Twice now, people have like been like, who calls them cabs? You're getting a cab. Am I missing something here? When people tell me, I had to tell one of the dudes to shut the fuck up. I was like, what is it? Is it not cool to call?
You're missing something. No, you are missing something. And here's what it is. Bro, nobody used to take cabs before Ubers and Lyfts in any of these towns like Austin and shit. People just found a ride or drove drunk. You had to have been like somebody like you. You had to be somebody like you, or somebody who lived in a city where people took cabs, like New York or LA or something. Then everybody fucking calls it cabs because that's what you're fucking doing. But in Austin, who the fuck was calling the cab company in Austin besides you? And I've called it 3 times in Austin, and all 3 times they were complete fucking garbage.
One time, I was on the freaking train back from the game, and a stranger. I told my buddy that was with me, like, I'll get us a cab and we'll share a cab on the way home. And the guy, a stranger that was sitting in front of us with his back to, he goes, a cab? And he's like talking to his friends. And I'm like, is
this real? This really fucking happened? Somebody went out of their way to say this to a stranger?
He wasn't saying it to me. He thought but he said it so loud.
Right. He passive aggressive bullshit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And of course I'm fucking crazy. And I'm going, I'm like, hey dude, shut the fuck up. And he's like, and his buddy was like looking at me. He's like pointing at me. I'm like, yeah, me. Told you, shut the fuck up. And he just like kept on staring forward. And then my buddy who was hammered got up. He's like, this might be my fault. He's like, I gotta pee. I'm like, there might be a pisser like through the the corridor or whatever the hell, the trains connect.
Yeah.
Walk through those.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe there's one in the next cabin or something like that. Or what's it called? A train cabin? I don't know. Yeah. And his drug ass gets up and it's all fucking. And that same guy goes, hey man, what do you think you're doing? It's like, you can't go. And I go, hey, like, don't talk to my friend like that. He's like, what the fuck? I'm all fucking just, I'm like, dude, I lied to you. You can't pee over there, okay? And I'm just like, look at this dude through this fucking chair. Like, don't you ever fucking talk to me. You shut your fucking mouth the rest of this train ride home. We have 3 more stops, and you don't say a goddamn thing. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I just told this dude, shut the fuck up. Because he passively aggressively interjected into my conversation with my drunk friend about us being responsible to get a lift home that I called a cab.
Right. He shouldn't have said anything.
Shouldn't have said a fucking word.
I believe you. I believe it. And I honestly.
Oh, you think I made that up?
No, I meant to say I agree with it. And then I said I believe it. So I just have to lean in.
I believe that happened. I believe that.
I believe that. I believe that.
Then I got off the train and ran into a bunch of 2 Australians and talked to them about Australian Football League. And I'm like, yeah, I went to Marvel Stadium and watched it. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I went to Marvel Stadium in Australia and watched Australian football. And it was incredible. They were like, just like, it like ran into them. And like, they just like had no idea. They thought I was lying. I'm like, went to.
They were like, I believe that happened.
And I went to Marvel Stadium and I watched AFL games in that stadium. I was in Collingwood, and I was rooting for the Bulldogs. And they're like, what? And they're like, what are y'all? I'm like, what are y'all doing here? They're like, there's a league in America for Australian football. I'm like, so you want, and I believe you when you tell me there's an Australian football league in America, but you were questioning me for going to Australia and watching Australian football league. It probably was a circumstance of us running into each other in front of a train station in Austin, Texas.
And y'all being complete fucking strangers.
Complete strangers. I made one of them give me their number so I could talk.
Damn it.
Well, I'm like, give me your fucking number. I was cooled down by this time. I'm like, dude, give me your number, dude. I'm like, I run a bar over here. Like, we got to figure something out. They actually live in San Diego, and they left yesterday, but got to know them pretty well. Yeah. But Austin has an Australian football league called the Austin Crows. There's an Australian football league in Dallas called the Dallas Brews or Dundees or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so this whole entire genre of Australian sport called AFL. There's a league in America, and not only is there a league in America, it's been established for years in America.
The Dallas Dingoes.
Dingoes, baby. Oh, that's right. That's how I figured out this is what happened. I ran into the coach of the Dingoes when they were playing somebody in Austin one time. When they were playing the Austin Crows, I saw him at a restaurant that I worked at, and I was like, dude, AFL. Kind of started the same conversation. He's like, mate, there's leagues. I'll coach a team in Dallas called the Dingoes. Then I ran into those dudes a couple of days ago, fortified my story.
You're going to love what I'm doing right now.
Imagine me having to be on the stand explaining something like that. No, I didn't kill this person because this
guy.
And I ramble on a story like that.
Well, let me tell you what I'm doing right now. I went to the Dallas Dingoes website. I went to the Dallas Dingoes website, and it says we're looking for members.
What do you mean, like players?
So I scroll down, and it says, "What are you interested in?" I'd like to learn about Aussie rules football. I'd like to be part of a social club. Or, you ready for this? The option I picked. I'd like to play and win football games. And then so I chose that, and I gave them all my information, and they said, "Was there anything you'd like to add?" And I said, "I'm great with a football."
You should put I'm great with kids.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that too, dude. I'm gonna be.
No, I'm signing you up right now, bro.
No, not for that. Don't sign me up for Dallas.
Oh yeah, there's an Australian one you can sign up for too in Australia. No. I mean in Austin.
The Austin Crows is who I'm gonna play for.
Okay.
These dudes get jacked, man. They get huge. They're like refrigerators just coming at you like 15 miles an hour.
15 miles an hour? That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. Just imagine you're watching a football game and everyone's running an average of 15 miles an hour on the field. Fucking killing each other. Absolutely demolishing each other. Legs are cracking in half. Fucking ALCs are tearing just from people going down the field.
I don't know how fast
ACLs,
run.
What the fuck I said?
There's ACL, MCL, and
TCL,
KCL,
ABD. Anyway, so hey, I got married.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks. You were there. You gave a beautiful speech.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. It was amazing. The best shit ever. Best night of my life. Thank you for being there.
Yep.
And all that good shit.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for letting me a part of it. Thank you for keeping me. Jeff and I are like, we were a joint best men, but Jeff was like more than willing to let me just do all that stuff.
Well, yeah. That was part of the reason. That was part of the rules. Was Jeff wanted to be involved, but would not do any of that stuff where you had to talk to people, which is totally fine. That's totally fine. That's fine. I get that. Jacob didn't want to talk to anybody either.
Wait, Jamie?
Jacob?
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. Why would anybody want to talk to anybody except for me?
Yeah.
I like to talk to people.
I barely wanted to talk to anybody.
Dude, when I got there the night before, so I made a huge mistake. This is some rookie shit that I did. And dude.
Hey, have y'all noticed how much I've been fucking fixing myself? I don't know what the fuck has happened. I'm getting a front wedgie from hell.
Dude,
from
you
this
need to
fucking chair.
you need to speak into the microphone, bud.
Yeah, I was standing up, Doug.
Anyways, before I was really interrupted. So I show up at Fort Worth. Fort Worth is a great town. Dude, you know the other day I said something to somebody after the wedding. I was at work and I'm like, how's the wedding? I'm like, yeah, dude, it was great. I was in Fort Worth. That's a cool town. And then somebody goes, dude, you like really love Texas. I'm like, what? Like every time. Apparently they're like, oh yeah, San Antonio. I'm like, San Antonio is a really cool town. They're like,
Neat
oh,
place.
one time I went to Big Bend. I'm like, I love Big Bend. They're like, I was driving over to East Texas. I'm like, Nacogdoches is a really cool town.
Beautiful spot.
Like I guess so. I'm like, there's places in Texas I don't like.
Yeah, Midland.
I've never been to Midland, but I'm sure it has qualities. You've never been to Midland.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Why would you have gone to Midland? Okay, you've been to Midland. I'm sorry.
There was a Gobbler game in that game we lost when I was in high school when they were filming the documentary. I don't fucking really remember.
Go Gobblers, let's go.
No. Oh no, is that Kenny Chesney?
No, remember what like we're the Cuero fighting Gobblers. And we didn't even have you didn't hear a single person say Gobblers in Cuero. Go Gobblers!
Go Mean Green.
Go Mean Green.
Anyway, they filmed the documentary about the Gobblers when I was in high school after you graduated my junior year.
Who did?
This documentary filmmaker came down. You can find it. It's called Run Ruby Run or some shit like that. Okay. Okay. So he came down and
it's not about the football team.
Well, I know. Well, he presented it like it was going to be about football though, so that he could get access to the team for like basically the entire bottom half of their season. Right. I was there. I remember all this. I'm in it. So is Jagon.
Sorry, keep on interrupting you. I have talked about this documentary so many times simply because I used to own a business in Cuero and people I saw this documentary. It'd always be, I heard about this documentary and I'd be like, I tried to watch this documentary and it was so horrid that it angers me to even hear anybody bring it up. That is a look, we don't have the best production. I get that. We could put our best foot forward and possibly step this up. No big deal. But that documentary was absolute trash.
Yeah, it was a puff piece about the history of Cuero.
It wasn't even a puff piece. It was just terrible. So what's going on over there? So sorry
to hear that.
And also, like that guy, everybody kept on telling me, "Oh, well, the guy that made it's from Cuero. That guy's not from Cuero. That guy's not from here.
No.
He's not from there. He only been here for a couple of days."
No, if I remember correctly, he did the fucking shit about Ruby, and then Friday Night Lights movie came out, and then all of a sudden he was like, "I want to film the football team." And then he filmed them go to we did really well that year, and then we lost. And and he was there
today. Are going to be.
I know. I'm so sorry, guys. We'll get back to the other shit.
Yeah, we see each other. We're just so excited. Sorry.
Yeah. So he filmed all that shit, and I remember him filming the football games because I was the fucking flag runner, dude. So I was down there with all the dudes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did do that.
Yeah.
You did that for like a game before you dropped out of high school.
No way, dude. I was there the whole season. I was there at every game. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, let's get off of this.
No, hold on. They should make a documentary about you and how you got to the point in your life now. Because, Joel, your high school experience alone is absolutely fascinating. One of the smartest guys I know, one of the most brilliant, prolific writers, especially at a young age, that I've ever imagined. You just have you're just a brilliant mind. You're so handsome when you're younger. You were freaking... You had these stares and you were better at the internet at the time than anybody else knew. Social media was a blossoming tool and you already perfected it. And it's just like, he's going to do big bet. He left high school to go to California and came back. And now with Sorry.
Left high school to go to Victoria.
Yeah, but you went to California before you turned 21.
That's true. I turned 21 at California.
Turned 21. I turned 21 at California.
I was in California.
I was at California. I still can't get over that that I went to California to spend so much time with you, and you never took me to see the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah. Really? We didn't go to Venice or Santa Monica?
No, people are always like, "Did you go to the beach?" I'm like, "Huh? Are you supposed to do that?" They're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, well, you can't really do it anymore. Venice Beach is basically fucking at Mad Max. Like, seriously.
I've not heard.
Dude, it's nuts. I've watched videos just to like, because it was already kind of annoying and bad.
Yeah.
But it's fucking bad now. And then Santa Monica, basically the same thing except for the fucking pier, but it's still, dude, like, anyway.
Is Santa Monica the one that song's about?
What song?
Santa Monica.
I guarantee there's a song about Santa Monica.
Everclear wrote this song Santa Monica, right? Brown, 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 brown. It's the first song I ever learned how to play on guitar.
Nah. Yeah, Santa Monica by Everclear.
Yeah, it's the first song I ever learned how to play guitar.
I am still living with you.
I said it's the first
song I ever learned on guitar. Yeah, we all heard you 3 fucking times. Would you go to ABC Tabs? Easy Tabs? GuitarTabs.com?
I don't know. I think I actually I know how I learned it. It doesn't matter.
I know how you learned it then. It was probably from a person.
No. Well, kind of. I was in the back of this truck, and it was some dude who I became friends with later on in life, but we're not friends anymore. You know, one of those things. And he was such a dick to me all the time. And we're in the back of the car, and he's like, "Oh, you're trying to learn how to play guitar? Oh, you're trying to start a band?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, I don't know why I was in the back of this fucking truck, and we're just driving somewhere, and he had a guitar. He's like, "Well, can you do this?" And he just played Santa Monica, like mocking me because I couldn't, because he obviously knew I didn't know. I was just wanting to learn how to play guitar and wanting to start a band. He's mocking me, and he could play the guitar, and I just watched him play it. I'm like,
say his name.
Huh?
Say his name.
It's not worth it. And so, anyways, and so I went home that day and just remembered what his hands looked like, and I started doing it, and I played it. And I was like, "Oh yeah, cool." Yeah, that's the first song I learned how to play, and now I learned how to play the complete song just because it's more fun to have the complete song learned than just that one part. So that's the first time I learned how to play guitar.
My first song I ever learned how to play.
The next song I learned how to play on guitar?
What?
Eruption.
Who?
Van Halen.
Oh shit.
My first song was Everclear Santa Monica. My second one was Van Halen Eruption.
Dude, I mean, that's a good. My first one was Water's Edge by 7 Mary 3.
My nose keeps running. I'm sorry. I'm like a big.
My eye itches today. So my first one was Water's Edge by 7 Mary 3, and then my second one was Cute Without the E.
That's awesome. Did I call it on by just? Oh no!
No, wait, no. My second one was Greedy Fly by Bush.
Oh hell yeah!
I cut a couple of years out of that fucking.
Mate. You can say whatever you want in a Bush song, and you're not wrong.
I know. Yes, I'm help. The only song that actually has lyrics you should sing right is probably Glycerin, because that one's so easy to remember. I mean, he says the words in that one, but the rest are just nonsense. Fucking like Swallow, nonsense. Body, nonsense. Insect Ken, nonsense. Zen, nonsense. It's all the big ones were nonsense.
They're all great songs though. They're all fun.
Dude, everything up until he made that fucking electronic remaster album was so good, and then everything from that electronic remaster album on is so fucking bad. Like, it's so weird.
Hey dude,
yeah,
you want to get back on track?
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. So anyway, I had the wedding, beautiful wedding. It was just so great. Do you have any wedding shit you want to talk about?
I went to Fort Worth, great town, lovely town. My big mistake that I mentioned earlier.
Oh, shit,
See how we keep them. See how we keep them to the end of the episode, Joel.
That's right.
We start a subject and we drop it on purpose to bring it back up.
That's right.
Anyways,
That's right.
I really interrupt myself. I've booked my Airbnb for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
It's not true at all.
One day, the get a knock on the door while we're starting to get ready for your big day, and it's right before you showed up. Open the door and the housekeeper straight up says to Amanda, "Why are you still here?" That's what she says. Like, man, I was like, "Cause we were staying." She's like, "No, you're not." She's like, "You're supposed to be gone at 12." And she was being so rude.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. We'll book it for the other night." She's like, and she's like, "I guess I can come back tomorrow." That's what she told us. I'm like, what? And we just booked it for another night. Thank God. But it kind of started as every time I went to Fort Worth, it was always somebody from Fort Worth. And I've always really enjoyed it, and I always went by their lead, It's our first time to go I'm going to go to the places that I always liked going when I came here with somebody from Fort Worth. And then I noticed, including with you showed up to the Airbnb, adorable, right?
Yes,
Cute,
great little spot.
Cute spot.
Yeah.
Cute spot. And so I noticed we went to go get coffee. We just did something.
Hey, what was that spot called, by the way?
Avoca.
That is the spot. That is the Black Forest cake that I've had numerous times. Bro.
They don't make the Black Forest cake.
I know, it's the bakery that's there, though. It's the same spot. That's what I followed up on that because I was wondering why that dude was being such a weirdo about that.
Well, I didn't want to say the name of the place because of what I was going to say.
Oh, right. It's all fine. It's all good. I think it was a misunderstanding. Anyway, that was that spot. It's the same spot.
They were just so rude.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go a little bit on. I was going to tell the story, but it's no point in doing it now. Anyways, it's so nice. It's everybody in Fort Worth. I always thought that was a nice town, but everybody was just kind of rude.
Yeah, a little short, a little curt. Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, I don't go there too often. I get tattooed there and I buy some stuff there.
But I mean, it's still a cool town. And that I'm gonna open a spot there. It's just gonna call Nice, and you come in. It's just gonna be us hanging out there, and we're just gonna be nice to you. That's it. What do we have? Nothing really.
Everybody was nice at the restaurant, though.
Everybody's very nice to the restaurant.
Yeah, totally. So shout out to everybody at Joe T's. Thank you so much for having us. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. Yeah. Everybody there was so kick-ass and nice. That's a fucking great spot regardless. Yeah.
This was a beautiful wedding. It was. I mean this with that's polite. I mean this in a good way. It was small.
Yep.
It was quick. It was painless. It was delightful. The weather was great. Everybody looked great. Everybody was happy to be there. Nothing was forced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Natural progression of an evening. Everybody had a good time. And yeah, dude, I think about it. I've been thinking about it a lot, dude. That was a
Me
good
too.
day. That was a good
man.
day. And I wasn't out and get married. And so you just hear about these horror stories about people spending their freaking life savings or a quarter of their yearly salary to make these things happen, and then turns out to be the worst day of their life. They can't wait for it to be over so they can just get back to their everyday routine. And that was like a perfectly controlled environment to guarantee a good time, and everybody did. Everybody did.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
Yeah,
that was it. The cool thing was that beyond even the wedding, which was great, and obviously something that I'll cherish and remember forever. Though I have a lot of memories from it that kick ass that have nothing to do with me getting married, except for the fact that it's at my wedding. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just seeing certain people that I hadn't seen in years, talking to people, some of the shit that it was just a fucking great time, man. I just had such a good time. So thank you to everyone who asked about it or came out or what have you. And cards are in the mail and shit. But so we got about 40 minutes here. I have to piss so bad, but I have so much to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. And also when you get back, go ahead. Have fun. Yeah, so Joel's place. So go up there and we went up to Joe T. Garcia's where it was at. So around the stockyards. Cool little spot. They were telling me the history about it, but they're known for the margaritas. And so the first thing I did when I got there, had a margarita. then you know what you do after your first margarita? You have your second margarita. But there, I was like, oh, this is why they're known for the margaritas. They were boozy and like they're frozen, so you really can't tell because it's like dulls down your senses. But solid margaritas, and they're definitely potent. So after that, everybody looked great. Really cool spot. So it was like this like old school, like almost like a wooden, like craftsman style home house is what the original restaurant is. In the back is like this whole courtyard. Very beautiful. And I guess there's like a spot that people cherish in that town, because every time I told somebody that was from that area that Joel got married at Joe T. Garcia's, they're all like, just like, what? How did he get that? And I'm like, I don't know, but he did. And it was cool. But I'm really proud of Joel and Caroline. Seriously, that was a really special wedding. And I know that I've never seen Joel happier. It's the proudest moment I've ever had with Joel. And he looked freaking dashing. He looked so good. And I wish, there he is. What is going on? And so, I wish y'all could have saw him. Actually, I'll probably find us on our Instagram and see. I think Joel posted a picture of us two together.
Yeah, and you motherfuckers all liked it. Where the fuck are y'all every other time I post? I appreciate the L's on that picture, but guys, now I know you fucking see our post. Come on. The likes.
Oh, the L's.
We're at like borderline, like, look, I'm half joking, but we're at like 30 something likes on that. We average like 2 on every other 120 fucking times I posted 2 likes. I appreciate it. Do I need to put a suit on every fucking post? Dude, I'll just crop that photo out and put it in everything.
Well, but also the podcast is the new version of your band. You know what I mean? So nobody wants to see your flyer. Nobody's going to like to post that you're going to your show.
But they will like the professional photos you get done, or the fucking the like really good show shots that they weren't at.
So I mean, you can't blame them. So I
can blame them. I do.
So I was just pretty much just saying how I'll just kind of just going in on the wedding, how nice it was. So we can move on from that if you want. Well, also, what's up? Before that's over, somebody sent you a bunch of love. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So, well, first I want to say I'm not going to say your name, dude, because I haven't really asked if I can say your name, but we have a dude.
Look at that. Jesus?
No.
I said your name. I can't, because I didn't know if I could say your name.
God damn it.
Dude, what is going on over there?
They're just pulling me in weird directions. I'm trying a new brand of underwear, and it's a little like tight.
Underknees, what are they called?
No, pair of thieves. Yeah, I don't know. I saw a commercial for them. They look nice, so I'm trying them. It's whatever. They're not bad. They're just new. But so we have a customer who's become a friend of mine, who I talk to almost every day on Instagram, and super cool dude. And during my whole journey of getting this shit going and getting married and stuff, he's been going through the exact same journey. And so he ended up getting married on this past Saturday. So congratulations to you, dude. I'm super happy for you. We're super happy for you. Yeah. Hell yeah. Looks like you guys had a great time. And
does he live in London?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I know you are. Congratulations. And getting home. I'm happy he is English, right?
Yeah.
Happy you're back home, dude.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So congratulations to you, dude. So I got many awesome, amazing gifts. We got many great things from everyone, including you. And everybody gave us great shit, and we're super fucking beyond grateful for everything. But the most random thing was that you showed up and you were like, "Hey, I have something for you." And I guess
this is unpaid, by the way.
Yeah. So I guess to preface this, the bar you work at was in contact with my favorite brand.
No, yes. So yeah, I have to do. I was doing. Oh my God, I can't talk. I haven't run to the rep, and so that's where it is. And I told him about you.
So Doug met the people who run my favorite brand, Liquid Death sparkling water, and told them how. Yeah, and still regular water if that's your thing, which might have to become my thing. More in a minute on that. Anyway, told them how fucking stupid obsessed I was with them and shit, and told them I was getting married, and they gave me multiple cases of water.
7.
And 7 cases of water, and they autographed it. And I don't know who autographed it. Someone autographed it. The team. And that meant a lot to me. And I thought it was so silly and awesome.
Why am I holding your hand through this?
What do you mean?
You're just like,
well, because I don't really know, like
falling asleep.
This eye. There's something in the air. I got an air.
Both of their eyes.
Oh well, there's a reason my eyes are a little squinty. But I got an air quality warning this morning, and they weren't fucking around. I was only outside for like 30 minutes, and my shit is fucking itchy. Anyway, so
okay, so thank you, Liquid Death, for helping me give Joel this precious gift that he cherishes so much. Liquid Death is a up-and-coming brand of water. They were the sponsor of ACL this year, the official water of ACL. They are definitely taking over the masses. Everybody loves this water.
They have the number one most followers of any water. All the other waters combined have less followers than they have.
So the thing, and also if you're not drinking at the moment or don't feel like drinking at night, it is a great way to blend in. Bars. They come and show them the can, Jolie.
Yeah. So this is what is this?
From a distance, somebody with a buzz.
16.9 ounce, right? So that's the same as any tall can you're going to grab at the store.
They would never notice that you were drinking a Liquid Death instead of a brewski, and you can keep it. You can be the DD and get everybody home safely, or you can actually mix it with your favorite liquor as well if you like. And then the still one is probably where I would go to. I like the still more, but also where's the water from? Austria. Where they pump it out of the ground from?
The Alps, bro.
The Alps, baby.
I don't even know where that is.
So I'm imagining Switzerland.
The Swiss Alps.
So, anyways, thank y'all so much for helping us with Joel.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Beautiful day. Beautiful.
Drink Liquid Death.
Yeah, check out Liquid Death for sure. Especially
also because drinking water is super fucking important. All of my homies love to hydrate, dude. All of my homies love water.
I love hydration.
That's right. All right.
Anyways.
So anyway, so that was really great.
Are you high?
Yeah. So anyway, the next day after the wedding, we gave Rocky to my folks. And
forever?
Yeah.
No more Rocky?
No, I'm just kidding. No, just for that honeymoon. So we gave Rocky to my parents, and we kind of just chilled and relaxed and took a day.
I'm just gonna say, maybe you should rephrase it to, my parents are watching Rocky.
Right, my folks are watching Rocky, but they live 5 hours away. So like they had to go home that day, so they took them that day. So we just took the day to kind of chill and relax and not have any worries, and lounge around the house and shit, and see the people who came into town. Excuse me, like her girlfriends and shit that flew in from wherever came over that night and saw her, and then they took off, and then the next morning, Jesus Christ, I'm gonna burp. I'm trying not to burp. I'm falling apart. Falling apart over here. No, I'm definitely not gonna throw up. Don't worry, we'll get to it. So the next day we left early in the morning to Orlando, Florida, and we went to Universal Studios. We had 7 days at the this really nice new hotel there, the Aventura. It's their like newest resort. It was fucking sick. And we had tickets for 4 days, any days during those 7 days. Park hopper tickets, meaning we could go to any of the Universal Studios parks on those days. And it wouldn't count as a separate trip, right? So 4 full days in the parks. And we had a couple of express passes for a couple of days. But I figured the lines and shit wouldn't be too long because it's like the middle of October. Kids are in school and shit. And so we got there. It was amazing. It was beautiful. And the first night, so like if you've never been to Universal before, like the parks are connected with this central hub world that's called City Walk, which is full of like stores and restaurants and like fucking movie theaters and experiences and shit like that. So the very first night, obviously we weren't going to waste a ticket at a park. So we just went to City Walk to get some food. We went to Hard Rock. Now, like I should preface all this by saying I've been having stomach issues for like the whole year, basically. Yeah. Once every like 3 months. Okay. And don't really know what's going on. But I've stopped drinking, and I've taken the steps for it to not happen. But a big thing that helps me is smoking weed. It's just,
Sure.
there's no way around that, dude. Like when I get nauseous, smoking weed is like the thing that just helps me. I don't like taking pills because
Scratches
in my opinion, if your stomach hurts, like you shouldn't be taking pills probably and shit. So like I don't know, even Pepto, I'm just kind of like, I fucking hate the taste. It makes my teeth feel funny. I know it's a bitch, like whatever, grow up and take it, but like I smoke weed instead. So anyway,
Sure.
can't take weed on a plane and shit. And it's not recreationally legal in Florida. And I'm not going to go look for a drug dealer in Florida. That's stupid. And it's weed, so that's needlessly dangerous. So like, I was just like, fuck it. I guess I just, a week without it, who gives a shit? But I've been so fucking stressed for the wedding and shit. And like my stomach's just been in knots for like basically since Cheddar's wedding. My stomach's been in fucking knots getting ready for mine. And just every waking moment that I wasn't doing something, I was like fucking freaking out about the wedding. Right. And just like,
Sure.
it's just a very intense feeling getting all that shit going and fucking like and just thinking about it. And like you build this whole thing up. And so like when it was finally over, I just felt such a huge relief. Right.
Uh-huh.
And then I immediately, so like that was a weird feeling.
Dude,
and
you were fucking stressed. You were stressed for sure. You were nervous as all.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So I had this huge weight off my shoulders, but my stomach just felt kind of like tired from being so like in knots and shit. So I didn't eat much the day after the wedding. I ate, but not like much. And then we had to get up early and we took the flight and we got there and then we had to get the hotel and then we had to find somewhere to eat and then we had to get ready. And like, so I hadn't eaten by the time we got to Hard Rock.
Into an old New York Jewish man. We had to eat and we had to find a hotel and we had to get settled in.
Greatest pair of shorts I ever seen in a movie. Greatest pair of shorts. Anyway, so I fucking, I'm just feeling kind of like, I don't know, weak and tired, but like excited, right? So like I feel fine. I don't feel nauseous or anything, but I definitely am feeling a little like I should probably eat, but I have zero appetite. I'm like, it's fine. I'll just fucking force it. And look, here's the thing. People love to say that there's no fucking side effects to smoking weed and shit, but an unfortunate side effect of smoking weed and shit is that if you do it a lot and you eat after you smoke a lot, like you eat your meals afterwards, getting hungry is kind of tough without it. Something just feels weird about it. Okay. I can't really explain it. It's you just don't have an appetite. So I was like, oh, God damn it, dude. And then we got to Hard Rock and I love Hard Rock. Got a table, we got a great waitress. And I ordered this awesome burger and this like onion ring tower and shit. I eat a couple onion rings. I eat a couple onion rings and
start off with the onion ring tower.
Yeah. So I eat a couple onion rings and we're chilling, we're talking, we're having a great time. She brings the burger and I take a bite of the burger and man, dude, it was like I took a bite of the burger and as I was chewing it, like when you're chewing and you're full as fuck, that feeling like your mouth feels weird and shit. I felt like that immediately, like first bite, and I was like, oh God damn it. So I was like, I think I'm just gonna fucking box this up and eat it back there. I don't really feel like I should just slam this right now. And so we're sitting there, we're talking.
I don't feel like fighting this burger.
Yeah, so we're sitting there and we're fucking talking and she's eating her shit and I start getting super fucking hot, which is like seems to be the one common denominator every time this happens.
Yeah,
and
I start sweating bullets.
Yeah, and I start sweating and I was like, bro, I was like, I'm just gonna go outside and get some air real quick. So I go outside and I get some air and I'm feeling all right. I just feel like, damn, dude, like my stomach is just really fucking stressed still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's having a hard time chilling out, relaxing. So I go back in just to tell her, like, hey,
relax. Hey, relax. Take it easy.
So
right?
Yeah. So I go back in to fucking tell her, like, hey, I'm just going to box mine up and we can take it to go and whatever. And the waitress had heard it was our honeymoon and brought us this massive ice cream sundae thing. And I just like seeing that. And I felt like she deserved to have that because it's night one of our honeymoon and shit. And I was just like, I tried to fight it so hard. So, we left. We ended up leaving, and you have to walk really fucking far to get anywhere there, right? So, like, we were walking back to the shuttle, and it's just like every fucking step is just making it worse because it's so fucking hot and humid there, bro. Like, it's just unreal.
Oh,
and like, it was like unreal sticky there. So it was making everything worse. And we fucking get on the shuttle, and it's full of drunk old, like 60-year-old non-mask wearing fucking Floridian assholes. And they are fucking just yelling obnoxious shit, and it's making it so much worse. And we're stopping and going and stopping and fucking going. And it's just getting worse and worse. Anyway, so long story short, I threw up for like a day and a half. We get back to the hotel. I threw up for like a day and a half, but we had like 3 free days, right? So like there was 3 days we couldn't go to the parks or anything anyway. So it worked out. I front loaded it. But what happened was I got better the first night.
Yeah, I got better.
I got better the first night, and I was like, great. Thank God. Like, it's just like at Doug's house. I'll just eat a little bit of something and everything will be fine. And bro, weirdest fucking shit. I drink water like a normal, like sipping it and shit. I sipped a little Powerade, got some ginger ale to calm my stomach down. Fell asleep for like 3 hours. Woke up, was super hungry. Got some fruit. Caroline got me some fruit from down at the little lobby or whatever, like a fruit cup.
Something's to settle your tummy. Shouldn't
have got the fruit cup. Should not have got the fruit cup. Guys, I'm about to teach you. I'm serious right now. I'm about to give y'all 2 extremely valuable lessons I learned this week. Extremely valuable. Don't get fruit. The amount of sugar in that fruit cup, like it was just a cup that they had put together of different fruits, right? Strawberries, blackberries, blueberries. Shocked me so fucking hard, bro. My stomach immediately felt like it was doing flips from all the sugar in it, right? And then because I wasn't thinking it was the sugar making me feel bad, grabbed for the Powerade, bro. Just so much more sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got...
Did you have a professional tell you this, or you just assumed?
Yes, no, I have a professional tell me this. I'm going to get there. So I got fucking extremely sick again. Now, you know this, and people who have dealt with me know that, like, when I don't feel well, like a bath.
You love baths. They get you good. Fuck that water bill.
Not a bathtub in this hotel room.
Joel's bachelor party weekend. You can probably look at my utility bill, and just that one night, shoo, through the fucking roof.
Me water bill be through the fucking roof due to this lad. So anyway, no bathtub in this hotel, just a very fancy glass stand-up huge shower, right? So I did what any red-blooded American would do, and I just laid on the floor of the shower for hours. For hours, bro. So here's number 2. Here's lesson number 2. When you're sick, it is the natural body response to want hot water on you. We found this out because we did a lot of research trying to figure out why the fuck I wasn't getting better, right? Because usually for me, it's like just a couple hours, then it's off. This point had been like 12, 13 hours. And so like, here's what was happening. Because it wasn't a bath, I was never getting like submerged in the water. You know what I mean? Which at the time I just made it not feel right. But I was dehydrating myself with the hot water for hours. Sure. So I would feel fine while I was in it. And then I would step out and I'd be like, cool, I'm good. And I'd lay down and feel a million times worse than I had before I got in the shower. And I'd start throwing up again.
Yeah, you're probably extremely dehydrated.
Yeah, so that's what was happening. So anyway, so the hotel made their medical paramedic team come up because we had asked for fluids the night before, and they had called to check, and Caroline told them the truth, like, yeah, he's really not doing better. And so they sent up their paramedic team or whatever. And the paramedic team was like, because they have to, I guess, because it's the hotel, right?
Yeah.
And so like they came up, and the dude was like, look, man, he was like, you don't need to go to the hospital or anything like that. He's like, and if you did, you'd just be fucking sitting there for 8 hours anyway, because Florida's falling the fuck apart. But if you fucking would stop drinking the fucking Powerade and taking these long ass fucking showers and go get this Pedialyte, advanced Pedialyte shit, right? He was like, that shit's going to save your life right now. And I was like, what? In my head, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. It's been like a full ass fucking day at this point. Please fuck off. Like, you're not, unless you're going to inject fluid into my veins so I don't have to drink it and puke it back up right now, you're not doing anything for me, was my mentality. I said as much, basically. Because I was just not feeling it, bro. And I was like, please get the fuck it then, like whatever, dude. And so
you're in the happiest place on earth.
No, it's Disney.
Oh.
And so anyway, I'm at the second happiest place on earth where shit like this happens. No, I'm just kidding. It's not their fault. It's my fault. So anyway, so to the hotel's amazing credit, dude, they were so incredible through this whole thing because obviously you don't want somebody's honeymoon to be ruined. And I was feeling like so bad that I didn't want that to happen. And the longer this went on, the more I was like, fuck, dude, is this going to ruin everything? You know what I mean? So they gave Caroline like the red carpet treatment to basically have the run of the hotel. And Caroline became the text message friends with the owner of the hotel, who's this woman. And like
Caroline, you get to manage the hotel for the rest of the day.
So Caroline got like a celebrity chauffeur named Nira who came and picked her up and took her to like Walgreens and all this shit.
Because you felt like shit.
Yeah, the hotel just was like, here, you can have all this fucking access and stuff. And we spent a lot of money on our reservations, I think was probably one of the things.
You know what I'm taking away from this story?
What?
So next time you feel fucking like shit, instead of going to the emergency room, just check into your nearest hotel and then call the front desk and say, I need fluids.
Yeah, no shit. So anyway, so she goes to Walgreens and she gets...
I need fluids.
She goes to Doug, I'm about to do the biggest shout out this fucking show's ever had. She goes to Walgreens and gets Pedialyte Advanced Care, the drink. Okay?
Yeah.
She comes back. She's like, if you need a shower, take an extremely fast hot shower, like 2 minutes tops. Get out, get in bed, sip this. And I'm like, fucking whatever, dude.
Who says this to you?
Caroline. So
Nina or whatever. Nira.
So I get in the shower. Yeah, that dude came up and told me that. So I get in the shower. I take a 2-minute shower. I get out. I'm like, that does feel a little different and a little better. I take one sip of the Pedialyte. And it's like, it was like God himself came down and just kissed me on the mouth. It was the nuttiest fucking experience. Dude, it was a miracle. Pedialyte Advanced Care, you fucking saved my honeymoon. It was a miracle. I drank 2 pints of it over 2 days, okay? But after that first day, I was fine. We started, so let me get past that. We're past that. I'm totally fine. We went to the parks, dude. The parks were incredible. We rode E.T., we rode Simpsons.
Joel, you don't have to rush through this. You can keep talking.
Okay, so
whoever is with us now, they're in for the long haul, dude.
You're right, dude. So anyway, so we get to the parks, and the first day we ride E.T. It's great, and we check out the park and shit, and we ride the Simpsons. And then it's Halloween Horror Nights, so they close the park extremely early. So we ended up having to leave. But it was okay because we still had 3 days and we had express passes for those days, but we didn't have express passes for that first day. So we come back and we go to Harry Potter Land, which was goddamn breathtaking. Even if you don't give a shit about Harry Potter, it's like the most magical shit I've ever seen. It's fucking extremely big. Like, I mean, you step into a whole new world, basically, and all these stores and shit. So there's this experience, right? And it's the wand experience. And you can go to the wand stores and buy a wand, and then you use the wand to, like, make shit happen around the park. Like, you make magical shit happen or whatever. Then you get, like, a spell book. So, but cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but you can also go to the show. It's the wand experience, where you get to watch a show where the wand picks a person from the audience, and then that person does spells and makes all this cool shit happen, and then they get the Harry Potter wand, basically.
And they picked Caroline.
And they fucking picked Caroline. There's all these kids in there fucking wanting it, and they picked Caroline. And so that was awesome, and she got to do the whole show, and she did awesome, and I filmed the whole thing, and we got the wand because they were basically like...
And of course, Caroline just did it instead of me like, give it to one of these kids,
yeah,
please.
Exactly. Hell yeah. Because she wanted that shit, though. But then they were at the end, they were like, it would be great if you would actually buy this wand. It's like, yeah, I know. So we bought the wand, like $70 or some shit.
Ah, damn. Can you use it at home?
Nope, but guess what? That was one of the cheaper things.
I can make you a fucking wand, dude.
But would it be made out of unicorn and reed?
No, because that one wasn't either.
You're right. Oh, so anyway, so we got that. That was great. We rode some incredible rides, dude. The rides there are on another fucking level. We rode the Jurassic World Velocicoaster, which is the newest ride they have. And I'm not fucking around when I say it is the most intense, insane ride I've ever been on in my fucking life, dude. You are making some insanely, like, first off, there's no lap band really. Like, this thing just kind of goes over your shoulders, and then the ride is just really fucking fast to keep you in place, you know? But there was a part where they flip you upside down and just keep going. And because there is nothing right there, you are like out of this motherfucker dangling over this like ocean where there's dinosaurs in the ocean or whatever, that big ass dinosaur. So I was like, oh shit.
We're in the ocean.
So then halfway through that fucking ride, there's like, you know, like it starts with a launch. And then halfway through it, you're back in another like little hallway and it launches you again. And I'm like, what's going on? And all of a sudden you're fully vertical and you're just going up and up and up and up and up and up. And then all of a sudden you're like the highest point in the park and then you just plummet down. Then at the end of that ride, they do a barrel roll directly over the water, like an inch over the water. And something about the way they pull it, you come completely out of your seat. Every single person screams so fucking loud on that thing. Scariest shit I've ever been on. So fun though.
The ride stops, you're just covered in puke.
No, so that was the thing. Like at this point, I was just totally fine. So then we rode they had this mummy ride that is so fucking cool, dude. There's like mummies coming up and throwing actual fireballs at you and shit. And then the ceiling catches on fire and like a million bugs come out of the wall. And it's in the dark. You're like fucking, it was so sick, dude. The Harry Potter rides are like next level. They must have spent like so much money on that shit.
Oh, shit.
Anyway.
This is a great story.
Yeah, so anyway, we had a fucking fantastic time.
Me up that you're explaining how like we're talking through a fucking computer. You're like, yeah, this Harry Potter ride just spinning around. Like, I don't fucking know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not watching a video of it or nothing. People are like listening to you describe these rides. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so anyway, we had a great time, and then we came back, we picked our puppy up, and we're back into reality now. So thank you to everyone again, and we had a really good time. Here's my ring if you want to see on the screen. So
before we let you go, I gotta tell this story. So Joel came over to the Airbnb, and he was so nervous. It's his big day. And he met up with me so he get ready. And it's like, you know, this is like meant a lot. They were like, hey, I want to get ready with you. And so I'm like, cool, dude. And Joel and Caroline were so gracious to allow us to bring Amanda's son. And he's 4 years old. And love this dude. And so this is Joel. Joel is so nervous. You know, and you should be.
Yeah, I think you should be.
So he has met Joel before, and he knows so many times. And Joel walks in, and little dude says, "Hey, Chris." He's going, Chris. Joel's being good, so cool. Joel's going, oh, hey, buddy, hey. And he's white. Joel's white as can be because he's so nervous, just starting to pace. Like, man, I'm feeling freaking crazy, man. I feel. He's like, Chris, look at Vulture. Look at. We're all going. His name's Joel. This is Joel. And he's going, oh, Joel. Yeah. 5 minutes later, hey, Chris, you're being such a good. And it's like you're so. And like, I just felt so bad because this is the last thing you need to be worried about. All right, buddy. You're all right. You're being so good with him, and greatly appreciate it.
He's a great kid.
Yeah, but just the whole time. But this was the best part. We get a ride to the hotel to go meet your friend that's gonna do the
wedding,
the
ceremony. Yeah.
You. And we're driving over there, and he's in the car seat. Joel's sitting next to him. He leans over, looks at Joel. He goes, "Hey, Chris." Joel. Joel's so nervous and just so fed up. He just snaps his head over to him and just goes. sorry. He goes, hey, Chris. His Joel just snaps over and looks at it and goes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You just pretty much said, my name is Joel. That's not my name. And he's just looking at you like, oh, I'm so sorry. It was the fucking funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so sorry. Joel just called him out. I said, just call him out. Because he's go, that's it. Go, that's not my name. My name is Joel. I'm sorry. I'm done. You good?
All right. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, okay,
all right. Thanks so much for checking out another episode of I Didn't See It, But I Believe You. I'm Joel.
I'm Doug. Please
and
click
right
over.
Here.
Go ahead.
Last week's episode is over here. You can subscribe over here.
Yeah.
Or it might be flipped. I don't really know. There's no way to tell anymore. Thanks so much.